All right, welcome back. We got a fun segment for you this morning.
Yeah, we are here with Trey Gillen, hairstylist at Bella Renova Salon in Houston. My hairstylist. Trust him with all this. Thank you for joining us this morning, Trey. We're talking bangs and our bangs back. That's what the word on the street is.
Yeah, there's a trend going on, and bangs are coming back, but just certain types of bangs, not all bangs. So yeah, so we'll talk about some trends, but I thought it would be fun if we kind of looked at some of the bangs gone bad on TikTok and things like that today.
Yes, because it's gonna look,
yes.
Oh, wow.
Mama!
Yeah.
There's been so many of these where they're just like, what did I do? This is not what I saw on the TikTok video. So if you're watching these videos and you're like, hey, I can do this, this is great, maybe watch this. So Trey, let's talk about avoiding this madness, right? Mannequin one, we're gonna talk about how to find your bang section first.
Yeah, so like if you want like a thinner bang or a wispy bang, you don't want to take such a big section. So I recommend just kind of taking just right along the hairline from maybe the outside of your eyebrow to the other side. And maybe an inch to a half an inch at most. And that way you can see it's gonna be more wispy and you can kind of see through it.
Okay.
So that would be like for beginners and if you're just kind of testing the waters. And again, never pull tight, keep it loose before you cut. And I would say cut around the nose because you can always chip into it more. And it's what you leave on, it's not what you take off when you're cutting hair. The other thing you could do for a thicker bang is you take a comb and where the comb leaves the head up here, that's gonna be for a fuller bang. And then that will give you a nice little triangle section. And again, you only go out to the edge of your eyebrow. And so what's cool about this is you're using your head shape to find naturally where your hair will fall forward and create the bang section. So again, you put your comb right there and where it leaves your head, where your head starts rounding back and your comb goes straight up, that's where you want to take that little point and it's going to look like, I'm going to pull it tight here, but it's going to look like a nice little triangle there. Now, in these videos, what they did was they came straight in and cut horizontal. That's not what you want to do because then you're dealing with a straight line and it's going to look very like home done. So keep it loose. And I always say start at the nose and you want to kind of chip in more vertically than horizontally. And you can also take a guide around the chin if you want to do longer edges. And then you just kind of blend them together by going on diagonals. And so this is a safe way to start. And then you're working with like a curtain bang and you can just keep going shorter and shorter and shorter and just going piece by piece by piece.
Like if you think you've made a mistake, should you just stop and then call you or do you just try to like...
Yes, we'll have my personal phone number on the segment right during the commercial break so everybody
I feel like this is like dangerous territory. Once you start, there's no turning back.
But see, already this is looking pretty normal, right? I mean, like it doesn't look like she had a botch job and that was just like I'm standing behind her. Just vertical.
A good secret, a good point would be to make sure that your scissor's really sharp too.
Sharp scissors, and I always recommend like smaller blade scissors so you can't take a lot off. So these are like sewing scissors, and that way you can't take a big chunk and make a big mistake. You're gonna make smaller mistakes with smaller scissors, and that way you can kind of course correct.
I love that. All right.
So now let's say you get it a little too heavy for yourself and you're not like in love with it because it's too thick. When you're working with curly hair too, you never want to pull it tight because curls are going to shrink up. So you always want to do dry hair when you're cutting your bangs because wet hair lays differently. And then as it dries, the cowlicks come in and the curls shrink up or the wave comes in. So what's cool, one cool tip you can do is keeping in mind that we're going to chip into it. We're not going to cut horizontally. You can comb up. And this way, you're going to take out all the bulk that's being created by cutting to horizontally.
And this will,
So I pulled it straight up, and now I'm point cutting. I'm using the tips of my scissors to just kind of go in and chip out some of the weight. And that's going to make them more wispy. And if you did cut a line, it will kind of diffuse that line.
Okay, that does look great.
And then you could also use these little thinning shears. If you buy a cheap set of thinning shears, that's even easier because you can lift up and just hack away, and
yeah.
it takes out a little bit more
Okay.
without having to tip into it so much.
Okay, so let's talk about your fall favorites really quickly, because
Yeah.
we have some pictures of those. We have wispy feathered fringe. That's a
Yes.
fall favorite of yours.
So this would probably be the heaviest of the bang trends that I've seen. But what I like about it is it's not some straight line straight across the eyebrow. It is hitting the eyebrow, but you're point cutting into it and you're giving the illusion of like separation. Now people come in and say, cut my hair just like that. Well, if I cut your hair just like that, it's gonna look like a cat came and scratched your hair off your face. So what you do is you use like a hairspray or a molding thing and you kind of pull the pieces together. You don't really want it to look so chunky like that. You kind of create that vibe.
Okay, and then the other one's wide curtain bangs.
So wide curtain bangs, this is our Amy Davis
Yeah,
here.
her hair
and
looks great.
I love trends that grow out of old trends. So last year it was shorter curtain bangs with a few little wispies, and now that trend has grown out. People are tired of styling those bangs, so they're letting them grow in. And a wide curtain bang is a great way to kind of shrink your face in if you have a wide face, or just give you a little definition around your eyes and cheekbones to draw emphasis there.
I do, I love that. What about the Birkin bang?
So
Are
the
we
Birkin bang, I thought
doing a
maybe we could
demo?
play with you.
Okay, oh boy.
So this is the
me
clip-in.
step up?
Yes, you're stepping up for this one for
I'm a little
sure.
worried about this.
So she said she's having flashbacks from 5th grade.
From 5th grade.
So these are clip-ins, and all you're gonna do is you kind of clip them down,
Okay.
and you just
Blend
kind
'em?
of put them in, yeah. And then
Okay.
these are really fun to use. You can have fun with
The
it.
longer
and
the better.
I've already gone in and done a little bit of like chipping away so that it
yeah.
wasn't so full.
What do you think, guys?
I tune in tomorrow morning on KP.
I might keep them.
Yeah, it's not so bad. They're a little
not so
heavy, so what
bad.
we need to
We
do
would thin them
is
out?
we need to take those up and do a couple of these little
Okay.
chipping away. And again, less is more, and you can always go back in and do more and more and more.
Look at you.
So
I'd
very-
have to ease
very
in. I'd have to
Cleopatra.
do the curtain bangs
Is
first.
it more work
Yeah.
to do that in the morning? Like your routine?
Oh
That'd be
yeah,
so
I'm
much harder.
sure. Bangs
Yeah, they're
would
not so bad on you. They're just a little low right now. But if we got them like right there,
maybe
yeah, I think that's a good one. And they'd be in your
Incredible.
eyes all the time.
all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
not great for
Trey, thank you so much. Trey Gillen from Bella Vernova Salon. You guys can contact the salon, make an appointment, and hopefully he can help you fix the bangs gone bad
Just
if you're in
don't,
that
just don't
situation.
DIY if you
Don't
can help.
DIY. Don't DIY.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, you're back next week.
Yeah, next week we're
We're
gonna
gonna
do
be
some
talking-
Halloween wig hacks. Like
Okay.
when you use synthetic hair, you can't just put a blow dryer or a flat iron on it. So I'm gonna show you some
Yes.
tips and tricks on how to take it out of the packaging and make it look a little
There
better.
you go.
Spruce it up.
Such an important part of the costume.
So fun.
You know?
Yeah.
You're gonna try these on next.
Yes, that's right.